Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Twisted Paper Studio. How are you? I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to take a little field trip into the kitchen, into my kitchen, and we are going to be avocado dyeing paper. So a few things that you will need is some cheap copy paper. It doesn't have to be expensive. You could get it from the Dollar Tree, you can get it on the sale rack, you can get it from Walmart. I'm using Elementary 500 sheets of 20-pound paper. And this is, I believe I got it at Walmart, but you can use whatever you'd like. I'm just suggesting to use cheap copy paper because you're going to be dyeing it, and it's going to go in the oven. You're going to cook it. You're going to abuse the paper. So, with that being said, the next step I'm going to use is this tin tray from the dollar store. I learned the concept. I received some papers from Leslie over at 507 Willow House Journals. Hi, Leslie. And then also some of my viewers told me where to get this. So you can get this in your Dollar Tree or dollar stores. And what it is a tray for grilling, but it has like little circles in it so the heat can get through. And it leaves beautiful polka dot image on the paper. Then also, this is a muffin pan, and you can also achieve an image with the muffin pan, and I'll show you that over at the stove. And there are many different kinds of muffin pans, so you can try them all. There's smaller ones too that make like something that's called a tassie or a mini cupcake. And then I am also going to be using, these are frozen, but I'm going to be using the seeds of an avocado, the seed and the skin. So the skin and the seeds. And yes, you can freeze them. You can freeze them to use them at a later time. So, you know, they don't last long. And we can't do avocado dyeing on the spot all the time whenever we get an avocado. So you can freeze the shells and the seeds to use at a future date. So that's what we're using today. So meet me over in the kitchen and don't go anywhere. This is going to be a fun video, and I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, everyone. So sorry for my hand if it wobbles, but I'm here at my stove, and I just wanted to show you that I'm going to be using avocado pits. And yes, I have kept them in the freezer. You can do that if you get avocados that you no longer can use. You can just go ahead and freeze them. I am using the pits as well. Oh, here, they're frozen together, as well as the skins. I will remove the little label from there. I should have done that before I put it in the freezer, but that's okay. I will do that when I put it in the water. Then I'm going to be, I have a pot with a cover, and I'm going to be filling up the pot with water and then placing the avocados with the shells in the water and leave it to boil. So I will do this now, and I'll be right back. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I have water in my pot, and I'm taking the sticker off, and I'm just gonna place it in the water. Place this pit in the water. They'll separate once it starts boiling. And put this skin in there too. Make sure I don't have any, oh, don't. And then, of course, all the nitty gritty that's left in there from the freezer, I can just strain this in cheesecloth when I'm done. Let me rinse off my hands. And I have an electric stove, so I'm gonna put it on high. It's on high. Yes, I'm doing this at 8 o'clock at night. And so now you can see the time. It's 8:24. I'm going to put this cover on the pot, just like that, and then let it start to boil. So I'll come back and check it, probably in like 10 minutes, and then we'll see what we have, okay? It does take a process, but I'm just gonna come back in 10 minutes to see if it's boiling or not. We'll be back soon. Okay, so it's only been 9 minutes, and already we're at a boil. So I am going to lower the temperature to about medium. I don't have any numbers there. It's in between 4 and 5. And then I'm going to lift this off and look at it. you see that the pits are in there and the skins. Now I'm only using 2 pits, and I believe there's 2 pieces of skin in there, because I don't want to use everything that I have in the freezer, and this will be just sufficient enough for what I'm making. I'm going to give this a stir. You can see that the water is starting to change color already, but this does have a little bit more time to go. I forget what I was going to say before. Yes, I would advise you, so my kids, I asked them to hold on to the avocado in the pits for me, and they didn't quite clean the whole avocado out before they froze it, which is okay. However, you and I, we will clean out the entire avocado, shell, scrub it with a sponge or do whatever it is that you can do to clean it out fully before you go and freeze it. This way you don't have to worry about the gunk that's in there. I'm going to have to strain it with a cheesecloth, and I knew that already by looking at it after the kids froze it. I just didn't want to unfreeze it and then clean it or clean it when it was frozen. So you can do that before you put it in the freezer. So I'm going to continue to let this boil, and I'm going to move this on the side like that, giving it some air in the pot, and we'll just keep checking it. This does take a long process, and I'll have to see sorry about my fingers, I'll have to see how long of the process that I want it to take and where the color is at when I check it again. And I will go ahead and check it again in another half an hour. So the time now is 8:35. It's been 10 minutes and we're at a boil. And I'm just going to keep it on this medium simmer for another half an hour, and then we'll come back and check it again. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I just wanted to come on here. You know, it's 8:45, so you know we started this at, was it 8:32? No, 8:20 something. I forget. But I wanted to give you a look to see how it was looking. And you see the color of the water is changing, and it kind of resembles possibly maybe even a brown on camera. However, the color is looking like a dusty pink, like a mauve pink in true life. I do have all the lights on, so there isn't really anything I can do about that. But hopefully, you know, you can see it on camera. So the pits are starting to fall apart, and that's what we want. That's a good thing. We want the pits to fall apart. So this one, the skin came off of that pit, and that's good. And here's what's left. So it's starting to come apart, and that's good. This one we do want to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, so we'll just go ahead and keep going. We want it to like disintegrate, everything in here to disintegrate. Now it won't all the way disintegrate, but it definitely will become lots and lots of mush. So we'll come back and check it in a little bit. I am earlier than I said I was, and then also if you can see here that the water is diminishing, the water line, you can add more water. So I probably will just add probably here, because the more water that you add, the more color you will get, you know, meaning the more liquid you will get. So I'll just go ahead and add like about a cup of water. This is about a cup of water, just to bring it back up to the line, and then we're going to have it start to boil all over again, and I'm going to put the lid right back on here and let it keep going. And right now, time check, 8:47. Okay, we'll be back in just a little bit longer. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be back in just a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, we're coming back to check on it again. It's 9:05. And look at that color. It's starting to take shape of the color, and everything's starting to break down. This other seed is starting to break down. There's 2 pieces of the first seed in there. It's broken half. But look at that color, you guys. So it's starting, and we're just going to keep going. I just keep going. I just keep boiling and boiling until I get the color I want. That's really not the color I want just yet. So I'm gonna keep going. It's 9:06. I'll probably go for about another 15-20 minutes and I'll come back again. Okay, stay right there, don't you go anywhere. We are at 9:28 and the water did go down a bit. I had a phone call, so sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. But a lot of things boiled down more and we did lose a little bit of water, so I'm gonna add some more water. It still looks a little brownish, so I'm gonna keep boiling. Just keep boiling until you get to that pink that you want. To me it's looking a little more brown than pink. It has some pinkish red tones in there, but it's more like a dirty pink. So I'm just gonna add some more water here. And I'm gonna keep it boiling. Now that seed didn't even break open yet. I do want the seeds to break open, so I'm gonna keep it boiling. Maybe I'll add a little bit more water. Okay, so this is a process. It does take some time, so we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna put the lid back on, leaving a little bit of room for it to air and breathe. And it is 9:29. We've been going for an hour now about. So I'm gonna just keep boiling it and keep going. I'll come back and check it in a little bit. Okay, you guys, it's 10 o'clock now. So we've been doing this for about an hour and a half. And we're just gonna take off this top. And oh yes, look at that. It's so much darker now. The reddish pink is much, much darker now. Not so brown. Looks good to me. And I think I'm gonna strain this and then put it into a bowl and see what we can come up with. As far as, well, it's got to cool down, so just give me some time. I'm going to take it out of this pot, strain it, and then let this cool down, and we'll see what we can do to work with it. Okay, bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm at my sink now, and I have a bowl, a mixing bowl that I'm going to pour the hot liquid into. I couldn't find my cheesecloth, so I have a strainer type, protector strainer thing. So I'm going to use it as a strainer because it's more like a screen. So nothing's going to get through there except the liquid. So I'm just going to put that right on top, like that. Hopefully this doesn't fall over in the sink. I don't think it will. I'm going to get my mitts. Hold on just a moment. And I'm going to come over here and slowly pour this into the bowl. Okay, and there, that's what's left. And then let me just take this. Okay, so I'll have to clean this off. But this is what we're left with, the juice in here. And it also has it's been strained. Let me just get a jar. Hold on just one moment. I have to reach above you here. Move this over just a tiny bit so now you can see where I am. And there is my jar. And hopefully the camera will stay. And I'm going to pour that into here. Ready? You can see that beautiful pink rusty type color from the avocado dye. So I'm going to let this cool, and then we're going to start doing some papers. So I can't touch it quite yet, so I'm going to let it cool off. And then you can also store this for a day or two in the fridge, but you really got to use it right away. I haven't tried the freezing of it yet. I've read about it, that you can freeze it, the liquid. So, I mean, I guess you could go ahead and try that if you wanted to, but normally I use my whole batch within, you know, one time frame. And if you put it in the refrigerator, it only lasts for about a day or two before it starts to get like a mildew or a moldy type of you don't want that. So, you know, if you're gonna make it, that's why I only did one or two pieces. I think I did two pieces of shell and then 2 seeds. So this way, I'm just using what I made. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, welcome back. It's been a day, so I'm continuing now with the process. I have the oven set at 295. You can set it however you want. I'm going to be placing the papers into the oven, and I have a tub here for my avocado dye, so I'm going to put that in there now. I did put it in the refrigerator because I was not home yesterday, so I'm putting that in here now. And then I have some pans, and I'll show you the pans that I have. I have a plain cooking sheet. Then I also have a little, I forget what these are called, but the pie pans with the small little pie bites in them. Oh, the cupcake. It's cupcake. I make pecan tassies in here, so if you look up the recipe for pecan tassies, they're delicious. I make those in there for the holidays. And then I have a cupcake tin pan, and I also saw Leslie had sent me some. Leslie from 507 Willow House Journals had sent me some dyed paper one time, and they were polka dots, and I didn't know how she got the polka dots in the paper, and I'll go ahead and show you how she did that. Well, I didn't see how she did it. I just kind of took a whim and guessed upon it. But these are in the dollar store, and I believe they're grilling tins, and I got a few of them. So we're going to go ahead and take these and dye some paper, you guys. Okay. Now I'm using cheapo copy paper. I'll show you that now. I get my copy paper on sale, so sometimes if you go to Staples and you look in their sales section, this I know I got at Walmart, but if you look at the sales section, sometimes you can find paper in their sales section. So you can find reams of paper that maybe have been opened or sitting there for a while, or they're renewing their stock, and you can find it there. This is 20-pound paper, and to me it's a little thin, but you know what, it gets nice and once you bake it in the oven. If you cook it, it revives it. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and let me just let me see here with the camera, and give me 1 second. I'm going to back you up just a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to, I have some towels here on the side, and I'm just gonna, I laid them here because these tins have holes in them, so when I put them down and I put the paper in there, it kind of seeps through. So I am just putting my paper in this bin. Maybe I should bring the camera over here so you can see what I'm doing. I might do that next. I may pause it and just get there and bring it over. And then I'm gonna put this, lay it on the polka dot where I want it. And then all I'm going to do, you can drip the excess out into there. I'm just gonna stick it in the oven. And we'll check the time. I'll stay with you. Let me see a timer. It's 1:54 actually, so we'll do it for about 2 minutes. I didn't get that.
Could you try again?
Whoopsie. We'll set a time. We'll look at it in about 2 minutes. But I'm gonna bring the camera up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So just hold on. Okay, that's better. All right. So now I'm gonna take my tin pan again. Put the paper in here. You can see it, and you can Swish it all around, make sure it gets covered. And this is the same with coffee, same way. Let it drip a little bit. And then I just laid it on the polka dot like that. And I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'll do that next. I'm just gonna keep going. I'll just keep going, that's all. One sheet at a time I do, because this is 20-pound paper and it has a tendency to rip. So if you're using heavier paper or better quality paper, you can definitely, you know, put more than one sheet in. I'm doing one. I want to say that this is recycled paper. There's another one. And then the next thing about this is that in the oven you can stack these and they won't bother each other. You can stack them like that if you see that. I'll do another one. Now, I'm going to show you on this pan that I'm just going to take the paper like this. And I'll show you all these after they come out of the oven. But all I'm going to do, hopefully you could see, is lay it on, just laid it on here. So I'm going to choose how I want the circles to be. Maybe I'll choose like that. You don't have to be so precise. I know I am being precise, but if you could see, I just chose that the circles are going to be on there like that. And I'll do the next one. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. I'm just going to put this paper in here. Let it drip. And now, if you do not want to use the oven, we're going to check ours in the oven real quick though. And here we go. We have those smaller circles now. See that? We're gonna check the ones we have in our oven and add those to there. So let me just. What a mess. Be prepared. It's messy. Messy, messy. Hold on, I'll move you back. And here we go. So, if you could see the pink, and I'm not sure that you could tell the color, so let me put this next to it. This batch has a very light pink to it. See that? I love it. And now I'm going to put the other ones in. I put the cooking tins down at the bottom. And then I'll put the trays so I can stack them on the top. We'll go ahead and do one more really quickly so that I can get the 4 trays in there. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna scooch back up again. Bear with me. All right, now I'm gonna show you how to do it outside. Although you and I, we're not gonna go outside because I do not have any sun in my backyard. But I'm gonna show you, for those at home that would like to do it outside, how you would get the effect. I am gonna put them outside in the weather though. The weather is warm. If it's damp, it won't be any good for you. It has to be a dry, sunny, warm place. Warm as in not damp and cold and sunny, but warm so that it can dry. So let me bring this over here. Let me switch spots. I have a tray here, just with nothing, you know, nothing on it, no tray. Now, I could leave the bottom as it is, plain, and put the plain paper down, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is, I have some plastic lace. Do you see that? From like a plastic tablecloth. And I'm just going to stick it down here as my first layer. Now, of course, it's all wrinkled and stuff. It's been in storage. I haven't taken it out in quite some time, but I'm going to lay that down there like that. And then I'm going to put my piece of paper on top. And you can move it around and get it how you want it. It's been quite some time since I've done this. And how I used to do it, which how I might do it that way now. I have a fan on my back porch, and I'll probably just go and put these outside and put the fan on them and let them dry. I'm going to take another piece of lace now and put it on top like that. And I'm just going to keep going and sandwiching it. Can you get that on there? Yeah, you're getting it. Okay, good. I may back you up just a little so you can see better. Now I'm just going to stick this on top. And all of the little nooks and crannies that the paper doesn't lay flat, it's going to pick all that up in the die. Let me back you up just a little bit so you can see better. There you go. I'm getting some more lace. And all I really did was get a lace tablecloth. Some people use lace, plastic lace, what do you call them? Placemats. You gotta be lucky to find vintage ones though. They don't really make them anymore. Sometimes you can find them thrifting. I have, whoopsie. Now see, the paper ripped, but you know what? I don't mind it. So I really don't. I'm gonna check the paper inside now because I think, let me check my timer. Oh yeah, let me check because this is like, don't do this so many things if you can't multitask. Back you up and get a mitt. Okay, we're not dry yet. There's still a lot of pink. Some of the corners are dry, but not the middle. So I'm going to keep going. I checked the bottom. There's still some wet on here, but you see how that's coming out? I don't know if you can see that. When I take it out, I'll show you better in the light. This one's done. Now, let me put this somewhere so that it's not going to burn anything. So this page lifted off the center. So only the circles are on the outside. And that's okay, I don't mind it. Maybe I just wouldn't put it down on the bottom shelf the next time if I wanted them to stay heavy on all the circles. But I don't mind the way it came out. It's beautiful. Let's go that another second here. And another minute, I should say. Don't mind me now. I keep moving you back and forth. I hope it's okay. It's kind of like zooming in and out. I'm going to stick another piece on here. That. And it starts to weigh down. The paper will weigh down. And you could do as many stacks as you want to. Just, I can tell you that the higher your stacks are, the longer it will take to dry. And it is better if you have the sun on your side. I don't. I'm just getting some more pieces of some plastic tablecloth that I have. And go ahead and put that on. Now, doing this on both sides, you're going to get an image on both sides. And then you can also go ahead and wet it just a little bit more. Not much, but a little bit more, so that it will give you some more color. It will give you more definition of color. And then you can do this and then just like mash it around so it gets soaked in that paper good with all those beautiful impressions, you know. And then excess, you just would let that come out like, whoops, like that, and then you dump it back in for any excess. So this is going to make some, hopefully, very beautiful avocado dyed lace paper with images on both sides, top and bottom, because that is how I'm layering this lace. Now, if you didn't want it and you only wanted images on one side, instead of putting lace on the top of here as my next level, I will just add another piece of paper. And I'll do that now to show you. And I'm going to go check the oven again. So this is air drying. And then we did oven drying. So see that? Now there's 2 pieces of paper on there. So touching papers will not have a design. It might have an impression of a design, but it won't have a prominent design. Okay, so let's back up here. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna get these out now. Here we go. And I'll show you in just a moment. Can still go. Stick this back in. Stick that back in for a moment. I do not want to stick this in the oven because of the fact that this is plastic lace and common sense. We cannot do that. No, we cannot. Although I would love to. I would love to be able to stick that lace in the oven and get that impression quickly. But it takes a while. Okay, so here is the large tin. And then here is the polka dot image. Isn't that beautiful? All right, and now if you want to flatten these out, you can do one of 2 things. You can put this under books and let it flatten out, but if you hold on 1 second, I'll show you a different way. Okay, we're at the iron now, and this is a craft iron. It is not my iron that I use for clothing, so just keep that in mind. And then another thing that I forgot to mention, excuse me, I should take a sip. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Another thing I forgot to mention is that don't forget you can dye your things that you find in, you know, the dollar store or thrifting or whatever. You can dye more papers than just copy paper, so don't be afraid to try that out. I did not dye these things, but I just wanted to let you know that. So now let me get the towels that I was working on. This is my regular ironing board. However, I took my cover, I have a cover for it that I iron my clothes with. This is old ironing board. I've had it for a long time. I inherited it. So I have a new cover. You can buy new covers. So if you have an old ironing board and you ruin it or damage it, you can buy the new cover in the stores. And I took mine off so that I can use it for crafting. I have a little linen towel here that I was using for the oven to catch the excess liquid. And I'm just going to place this paper in here like that. the towel over it, and I'm going to give it an iron. And of course, if you don't like ironing, putting it under heavy books is the best thing to do. I don't know if it's hot enough yet, because I did just turn it on. But now we have an iron sheet of paper. So you can see that. And I needed to make it a little bit hotter, so I'll just do the next one. It'll get hotter as we go. And that's how you do that. You could put the iron right on the paper. You could do that if you wanted to. I will in just a moment. That's a child. So you don't have to put the towel on. You could iron the paper right just like it is. So now we have 2 sheets. We'll do some more. Some people don't like the sound or the feel. I'm not too picky about either. That's why I showed you the towel trick first. But if you like paper, you like paper. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And also hit the subscribe button. Say hello, comment. Let me know you're there. See how it's coming out? I know you can't see it in this light, but I will get over to the craft table and show you in that light. It's much better. And I'm just ironing the paper. That's all I'm doing. Just to make it flat. It doesn't take long. Oh, these are children. I apologize. Making plans, making plans. Okay, one more. And if it has a curl in it or it's bent over, you can flatten it out with the iron. All right, and these are what we've made today with the avocado dyed papers. And I will go ahead and go over to the craft light, the ring light, which will show you better the coloring. So bear with me and stay right there. Okay, I have the air conditioner still on. I know I was farther away before, but I have it on because it is way too hot from having the oven on in the summertime. So here is our avocado dyed paper, you guys. And you can also dye so many different things, fabric included. So it's the same experience, the same way. You would just not put your fabric in the oven. Don't put your fabric in the oven. So this is the avocado dyed paper, and I just think it's gorgeous. I don't know if you could see that pink. It's like a baby pink. You put some pink things next to it so you can kind of see it. And then I can put some. This is kind of more orangey, but it's an orangey pink, like a mauve, like a rusty pink. Rusted pink. That's the word. And then here you have the polka dots. Some more polka dots. And it just all depends on how it comes out in the oven. Each page is a new surprise, different in itself. Some could be more pronounced, like this is. And then some could be a little bit lighter. Just all depends. what you get. It's always a surprise. This one is very, very faded, but the ends are dark. Could be the wrong side too. Oh, there we go. That was the wrong side, that's why. Some more, and some more. So, everyone, I hope you have fun with crafting with the avocado dyed paper. Now, it wouldn't be me, right, if I didn't do a little craft. So, let's see what we have here. We have another one of these little booklets. So, I did do quite a lot of videos on this. So, let's just make a little paper pad with the newly avocado dyed paper that we have here. Just make a little pad. Why not? And I don't care if the pieces are ripped, if they're tattered looking. That doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. You guys should know that. I did find my ruler. Yay! I could use that somewhere else. So we'll just put that in there. We'll put that, and bend that over. Honestly, I'm just looking for the fun of this little paper pad. It doesn't have to be perfect. The fun of it all is what matters to me. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh, I have a tag from the red toile kit. We'll see which one I want to use. I'm thinking that one. I'm liking that. Oh, and there's that. But maybe we'll do that on the outside. This piece. Yeah. So I'm just going to rip this like that. And then take it and cover up that tasty cake that's on there. Because I did do that with a box. I need something to cover up over here as well. Maybe we'll use some avocado dyed paper, huh? We could do that. And what I'll do is just make this a bit thinner so we can use more of the avocado dyed paper. Good. Right, let's get some glue. I'll put this down first. I need a card. Okay, and then this piece will go here. All right. Now, what can go up here? Something, because about that? Put that right there. And I'll just make it equivalent for the rest of the height of the pink paper. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and we can stick them any way we want. Stick papers back in here. And maybe I'll just take this. And we'll use that somewhere in the front. And we have this beautiful paper here. Ooh, love. Some more avocado dyed paper back here. Love, love, love. What else do we have here? Ooh. Listen, I know I said I liked the toile tag, but I think I like this one better. I do. Okay, let's cut that up. And this is in the new tag kit for the book, for the check tags. I didn't even back it. It's okay. It really is. And we'll just clip those corners, and we'll give it a circle in there too. Use a little white. All right, this is just gonna show you guys what you can do with your avocado dyed paper. A little something. And if you go back and look, if you're new to my channel, welcome. But if you go back and look, you will see that I have little videos this week, or this weekend last, where I make these little booklets from cereal boxes. Fun project. So just go back and take a look. I'm trying to layer this so that we can see everything. Beautiful. And I believe I'll do that. I'll get it eventually. Give me one. Oh, maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll fold this over. So we're only getting part of the tag, so I can see the rest of the paper, because it's honestly what I want. And then possibly this in there too. And this way we can see some of those beautiful avocado dyed papers also. And we just go back again and fold it this way so we can see the bottom of the papers. I'm trying to layer it, so if it doesn't work for you the first time you layer something, try again. You'll get it, I promise. Put a paper clip in here now so it all stays together like that. And then I will put a paper clip on the side here so it all stays in the book, in the little booklet, like that. Do I have any ribbon? I don't think I want red. No, I'm not feeling red. I do have pink. Let's just do it. I'm loving that, you guys. Alright, those are not my fabric scissors. But look how dark. So cute. And we did the avocado dyed paper. Isn't that beautiful? So, give the avocado dyed paper a try. It is so much fun. It really is. You'll have a blast, I promise. And every time you put something in the oven and you get it out, you get something new. So, thank you for joining me. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button, comment, because having you all joining me helps me go farther at YouTube. You can also find me anywhere on any social media page. I am Twisted Paper Studio. If you have any questions, you can email me at twistedpaperstudio@gmail.com. And also, I sell things on Etsy as well. I have lots of digitals, and I always put my craft books when I'm finished with them, if they haven't sold, onto Etsy as well. So I will see you guys again really, really soon. And blessings to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now, my crafting buddies.